Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Is your guy, man. I'm back, man. Hey, today we talking about that scale, baby. That good old scale. You know, how often should you weigh yourself and how to tell if you're losing weight? So, for me, I don't weigh myself often at all. I weigh in about every 2 to 3 months. My reasoning is simple. When you think you've actually lost weight and made progress, and then the scale says otherwise, it can lead you to failure. It can mess with your mind. So days when back then when I weighed in often and I didn't see the expected results, it will bother me the whole day. It'll mess with my mind, man. Make me think like, whether or not I should continue on, or, should I just throw my day away or whatnot. And, it does mess with your mind. That's why you have to train your mind to bounce back from those scenarios. And I have an earlier video about that as well that you can check out on that. It's just, how to keep going when, when things don't look right for you. So that's the thing about it, man. You know what the old saying is, to avoid disappointment, you simply don't expect anything. Expectations set you up. When you expect too much, when you expect a person to do something, or you expect, results from something, and it doesn't really go that way, it can throw you off. So that's why it's kind of good not to have, lofty expectations. Kind of temper your expectations. Don't really expect too much from anything. Just live, do your best. So that's the thing about it. You go into it expecting to lose 30 pounds in a month. Right there, you setting yourself up for failure, man. You can't lose no 30 pounds in a month, man. That's very unrealistic unless you plan on doing some unhealthy things. It's unrealistic to lose that amount of weight. The healthy pace is about 2 pounds a week. That's why consistency is so important, man. 2 pounds a week. You have to do that over and over and over and over. 2 pounds a week, man. If you do it too fast and you severely overweight, you're gonna have a whole lot of extra skin and stuff left, because the fat is used to being there, is used to occupying that space. So when it goes away too fast, your skin doesn't have enough time to bounce back, so it just hangs. You see what I'm saying? That's why you have to pace yourself. You have to practice patience. A gut that you built over the course of 10 years, you can't expect to lose that in 2 months. It's just not going to happen, man. It don't work that way. So you have to practice patience. You have to practice resilience. You have to be consistent with this stuff. So say, for instance, right? Say you're on a road. You've been exercising 5 days a week. You've been clocking in at under 2,000 calories. Your jeans feel a little looser. But then you hit the scale and it says you actually gained 3 pounds. Boy, do you know what that's going to do to an untrained mind? Do you know what will happen to a person that's not mentally trained? That's not mentally strong? They're going to quit, man. They're going to give up. Because it's going to kill all the momentum. It's going to confuse you. Like, how the hell did I put in all that work and I still end up gaining weight? But see, that's where awareness comes in. That's where knowledge comes in. Knowledge of self. Listen, it's numerous explanations as to why you could have gained weight with all that work. Numerous explanations. It could be water retention, or it could just be that you gained more muscle than you had before. Because again, muscle does weigh more than fat. It's more dense. So it's like you have to think about these things. Whatever the reason, now this person has lost a couple of confidence points. Now they're not as eager to work out. They're not as eager to eat clean. Why? Because now they don't believe as much as the results on the scale aren't there. When the results on the scale aren't there, I think I messed it up. But when the results on the scale aren't there, it messes with your mind. You expect the number on the scale to match your effort. And that's not always the case. Even though the jeans fit a little looser and you're not out of breath from just walking up 6 steps, the scale has changed your entire trajectory because it didn't match your efforts. It didn't match what you think it should have. It didn't say the number that you thought it should have said. So now you messed up. You don't even want to continue. You feel like quitting. So I don't believe in wearing yourself daily or even weekly. Give your body time. It's not a race. Don't be a slave to the scale. The scale can run your emotions if you let it. Don't. Use your clothes as a gauge. Use the chairs that you sit in as a gauge. Notice the amount of space that you occupy in the bed. Things like that. Use your eyes and your feelings to measure your success, not a device. You will start noticing that your face will slim down around 20 to 25 pounds lost. Use that as a gauge. Look at your face. Is it fat like it used to be, or is it slimming down a little bit? So just keep grinding, man. Keep working. Play the long game. As you continue to drop more weight, your goals will adjust. Like me, I started at a miserable 386 pounds, man. My first goal was to get to 330 because that would have put me at about 50 pounds lost. That was my first goal. Then once I hit 330, something inside me clicked and it directed me to do more, to work harder, to continue. That's the thing. I wasn't content with losing the 50. I wanted to lose more. It drove me to lose more. See, that's how you have to work it. You have to work it to where it motivates you to continue, not to be content. Don't be content. You know? So once I hit that 330, then my next goal became to get out of the 300s overall. Then once I got out of the 300s, I set a new target. So I say that to say this, man. From the starting point, you may not be able to see the finish line. It's not until you start taking those steps forward that the line becomes clearer. You have to take those small steps, and I promise you, as you get closer, it will become clearer. And just the natural order of things, you're gonna want to work harder as you get closer to it. Because it's like, I'm almost there. It's working. Let me continue with this good stuff. I saw the body that I wanted. I visualized it. And it became clearer and clearer as I dropped more and more weight. Then I just reached a point where I could realistically tell myself, yeah, you know what? I think my ideal weight is about 190 to 200. Something like that. That wasn't the starting goal. Not at all. I didn't go into it saying I was going to lose 150, 160, 170, 180. I didn't go into it saying that. I just said I wanted to be my best version, and I started with 50 pounds. 50 pounds was the start. I didn't weigh myself down with a finished point. I just said I want to be my best version. I want to be my best self, man. I want to be able to move freely without pain. I want to have good mobility, good stamina, good strength. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Don't weigh yourself down with, one specific goal and that's it. Nah, keep your goals open. Keep them moving. Keep them flexible. Keep them fluid. Start with 10 pounds lost. Once you hit 10, set it to 20. Once you hit 20, set it to 30. Once you hit 30, set it to 40. And so forth, so on. Take steps with it. Don't overwhelm yourself. It can be counterproductive. That wasn't the starting goal for me, but it became the goal because I conquered all the other ones. You do the same. Know what I mean? As always, think good things about yourself. Be better today than you were yesterday. Peace and blessings. I'm out, man.